Hi, this is Kat with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make the Oceana Bracelet. Now I have some beautiful TierraCast pieces. Now these are from their Ocean collection, so as you see we have some beautiful little starfish, a mermaid, a little turtle, and then what's really great is it actually comes with these little clasps as well, which have that same kind of rope nautical design. And I just wanted to bring out the silver version up here so you can see that we do offer it in that beautiful antique silver. So for today, I'm going to show you how to add a little of the vintage patina to chain, and I'm going to add a little bit of that to my charms here, just so that it gives it kind of a found treasure kind of look. So to do that, we're going to be using the vintage patina, and today I'm going to use the verdigris. We do have other colors for you to utilize as well. So to do that, we're just going to be using a little paintbrush, and the other things that we're going to need to sort of put this together, we're going to need some we're going to need some head pins here, and I'm also going to be using some jump rings. And then if you look over here, we have some beautiful Swarovski crystals in the white opal. I thought that would be very, very nautical. So again, basic tools that we're going to need. I have a couple pairs of chain nose pliers, I have a round nose plier, and I have a pair of flush cutters as well. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to use the patina on the chain. So here's how that's going to work. So let's go ahead, and I have a little sticky note here. So this is easy to kind of use and it's easy cleanup. So go ahead and take a little bit of the patina and get it onto your little sticky pad there. And then I'm going to place this onto my little paper towel here. Let me kind of open that up. There we go. Onto my little paper towel. So I'm, covering my work surface. Take a little bit of that patina, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of go along the length of the chain and just sort of dab. Just let it get all in there. Just a little bit of dabbing all the way across and back through, just so that it kind of gets all inside there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that paper towel and just run it through just to clean off any excess. All right, so we got a little bit of color on there, so I'm going to kind of flip it around. I want to add a little more color to what kind of starts to appear like the back side here. So just a little bit more of that color onto that chain. And it has a little rope design in it, so you want to kind of get that patina into those little grooves there. All right, there we go. A lot more color happening. And same thing, just kind of run it through that paper towel. All right, so you can see that chain just really transform there. So I think I'm going to do kind of one more little pass here, just adding a little bit more color. This is great for you to build up the color that you want without adding too much. You can kind of, again, and you can see that we just sort of wipe it off. I'm going to kind of flip that around there, get a little bit more on the edges. There we go. Making sure my chain is nice and coated. And then again, just running it through. All right, so I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that paper towel to the side, and I'm going to bring in another one, and I'm just going to let that dry up there so it's out of the way. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a similar thing with our patina with each of our little charms here. So I'm going to kind of hold the little loop at the top, take some of that patina, and just dab it onto my little starfish there, and then just quickly kind of dab it away. And let's see, let's build up a little more color on the edges there. There we go. And dab it away. Now I'm going to do both sides of mine. You can do one-sided if you want. I'm going to kind of do both sides, so as the charm bracelet wears, it can kind of flip around and you see all that beautiful color. All right, so just a little touch. So I'm going to add that over to the chain. So let's go ahead and repeat that with our mermaid here. And I think I need a little bit more patina onto my sticky pad here. There we go. All right. And you don't need much, just enough to kind of get into those little crevices there to make that little design on the charm pop. And patina dries quickly, so you want to move quickly. There we go, and flipping that over. Again, just kind of dabbing it in. You can really see it get into the grooves, especially on the back there with the mermaid hair. I'm going to try to get up a little higher there on the top there. There we go. All right, so our mermaid is done. A little more on the tail. All right, now our mermaid is done. So I'm going to set that one aside. And I'm going to keep doing this for my little turtle here and for the other starfish. Same process, really wanting to get that patina in there. So we can kind of wipe it off and dab it off. All right, let's look back over there and see if I want to add any more. You can use gloves for this. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you. All right, there we go. So we're just going to set that guy aside. And last but not least, we're just going to do our little star charm here. Flipping it over. And the patina does dry pretty quickly. You can work with it almost immediately. I'm just setting these aside just to dry for a little bit. All right, and just to bring in just a little bit more of that green, I'm going to do it just on the little rope sections here, and I'm actually going to separate my little clasp. So just kind of going around the rope. Just like so. And then I'm going to kind of twist it in that paper towel. There we go. Just to kind of bring in that extra little style. All right. Oop. They're very attracted. All right, so last one here. All right, there we go. So, so everything is all set to go. So the last kind of component that we're going to put together here, and let me just put my paintbrush aside and move my patina aside. There we go. So the last little component is I have 5 of these Swarovski crystal opal color round beads, and these are 6 millimeters. I think it's a nice scale. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take an eye pin, string on one of those beads. Oop, there we go. Take our round nose pliers, and we're just going to kind of bend that backwards and bend it up and over to create just a simple wire loop. Bring that across and come in with our flush cutters, and we have one loop. All right, so go ahead and finish those next 4, and then I am going to show you how we're going to construct and put together this entire bracelet nice and easy. All right, so we have everything all set up and ready to go. So you can kind of see that I've set up my pattern. I'm alternating the charms with the crystals. So this center crystal is going to sit in the center of my bracelet. So I have 6 inches of chain here. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to sort of pick one of these up, and then I'm going to bring the other side in there so that I can see where exactly that center link is. There we go. So I got it. So now I'm going to set that down very carefully. There we go. So there's my center link. So here's what you want to do first. You want to anchor your center bead. So I'm just going to open that eye pin like a little jump ring, slip that on, and close that up. All right. Now let's set this aside here. So when you're creating a charm-like bracelet, you want to make sure that you stay on the same link, and that's going to mean every other link, and you're going to want to stay on the same side unless you're really like embellishing it 360. But so you can see that that kind of sits on that row right there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work my way out to one side and just repeat on the other side. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to count the links as, so here's the first one. I'm going to skip that one there, and I'm going to add it to this link here. So I'm going to open a jump ring, slip on my little mermaid charm, and we're going to go 1 and then 2 right here. So I'm going to add that on. There we go. All right. and lay it back out. Make sure everything is where it should be. That we're on the same side. You can kind of check by making sure everything is dangling downwards. All right, so same thing. So skip one and go into the next one there. And we're just going to open up our little eye pin. And again, making sure that we're going on the right side of it. Slip that on. And close that up. All right, so next we have a charm, so we're going to need a jump ring here. And let's go ahead and slip on our Starfish Charm. So we have the one that we're skipping and then the one that we're going through right there. All right, and we have an eye pin here, so let's double check, make sure everybody's on the right side. All right, so we're skipping one and then we're going into that next one right there. All right, perfect. All right, I'm going to go ahead and separate my clasp there. And on to the end, just take my magnetic clasp, slip it onto the chain, and we're going to close that up. All right, so I'm going to continue and I'm going to add the other 4 here just in the very same manner, going back the other way, and then I will show you what it looks like when it is all completed. So there you have the Oceana bracelet featuring some vintage patina on TierraCast Oceans collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can see more videos and even more tutorials by heading over to Beadaholique.com.